Hey everyone, welcome back. Average Gamer here again. Now, I'm asking everyone a question. I am going to give my opinion on it, but I want the community's opinion. And since this channel mainly gets views on For Honor content, I figured I would spring it out here, figuring the For Honor community would weigh in. So, if you do enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Turn on the bell for more stuff similar. If you have any requests on a video or idea that you would like me to talk about, let me know down below. Otherwise, let's get straight on into this. So, 2021, is For Honor still worth buying for new players? I've seen it asked a few times, and I've gotten a couple messages on Xbox asking if it's still worth getting. So, I wanted to talk about the question. And I've been playing recently with a few people that have been adding me and trying to figure out the community a little bit better. So I've been playing on some other accounts and messaging and trying to make friends on there, trying to get a better idea before talking about this. So one thing I want to say is the Xbox community seems to be reasonably good. I've been able to basically go onto an account that has 0 reps, and for the most part everyone is really helpful and willing to, in some cases I've made friends with it that have brought me in and try to teach me my character, and that was always fun because then I'd actually play and they're like, I thought you didn't know how to. I was like, alright, so, and I'd have to explain it to them, and now I play with them. So the game is worth buying because you'll at least be... The community's not as bad as a lot of people seem to think it is. Rainbow Six's community is much worse, where if you ask for help from people, you'll probably just get someone flipping you off or telling you you're an idiot. Whereas my experiences so far on For Honor, at least on Xbox, a lot of people have been pretty nice about it. I can't say the same for PC. I don't play on it. I do have the game on there. I just don't actually play on it very often. Most of the people I'm friends with are on Xbox, so this is coming from an Xbox perspective right now. As far as is the game worth buying, I think on a sale it is. I wouldn't spend I wouldn't spend too much on it, and that's strictly because it is a fun game. And it does have a lot of cool maps, cool concepts, and with the new season coming out, they're going to rework a couple maps and make them desert-styled, which I would have just preferred a desert map. I think that would have been much, much more interesting because we haven't had any maps in a goddamn minute. Obviously, they're working their way down with content. We haven't had as many heroes coming out or as many maps coming out recently, so that is one thing to be of mind of. Is it's in a similar state as Rainbow Six because there's less characters, less maps, and stuff like that. And Rainbow Six is doing the exact same thing, so it might just be a comparison there. If you're coming with a fighting game background, you'll have a reasonably good idea. It's the same kind of three-dimensional whiff punish and blocking. Although there are 3 areas that you can attack from, top, left, or right. Keep in mind, even when you are at frame advantage, you're never truly at an advantage due to parries, crushing counters, black priors, flip, deflex, or just a typical dodge if they read you correctly. So even with frame advantage, yes, it is your turn, but they can still do something about it. And when you're at frame disadvantage, you can technically put yourself at a disadvantage and still parry their attack, knowing it's their turn. So it's all about basically mind reading and just doing reads. Now that sounds hard, but once you've played the game and you've gotten used to the characters, it isn't nearly as hard as you would think. Additionally, people that are new to the game and starting up, I see this a lot. Please don't do it. When you're new to the game, try to learn the character, get a good idea, and try not to panic. Yes, you're going to lose if you run straight into duels. If you're playing someone of your level, good, makes sense. But the matchmaking, I have seen people that are like, rep 1 or 2 get paired with people that are like 200 or 300 rep. It's not exactly a flawless system. And then it's just a matter of test your knowledge when you're that low of a rep. So one thing I do highly encourage is you stick with one character while you learn the concept of the game and then expand. You should expand. You should really, figure out all the other characters, how you would play them so you can better anticipate what they're going to do. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you can say, oh, well, you don't exactly light parry, you don't deflect and this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't. You're completely right. I haven't played For Honor seriously in about a year and a half. I still get on because I still find enjoyment playing it for an hour or two a week. And when I do get on, I record. Now, everything I do in those matches is simply what I think they're going to do. If I block it, great. And at this point, as far as light parries go, I kind of just go for the block because then I know I'm at advantage. So then I can kind of figure out what I want to do. I could go for more light parries, but in the end, if you make the wrong read or anything, you're going to take damage. And sometimes I will go for the light parry, but I just mess it up because, again, I'm not playing as much as I used to. With that being said, I can still hold my own against most people. I played ranked, I think at the beginning of this year, when people were trying to tell me Kensei wasn't great. So I played Kensei and I got under Master just barely, which made me feel good. I mean, obviously I'm still mostly up to date with how I need to do. Obviously the Xbox experience is different than the PC experience, but you get the gist of it. So newcomers to the game, there are characters that are going to be easy to use and characters that are going to be harder to use. It honestly doesn't matter who you choose. Yes, some are better than others. Does it really matter? No. And the characters are not nearly as complex as most fighting games. I'd say the only other one that, like Mortal Kombat, isn't super complex. It has more complexities than For Honor, but it's not nearly as complex as other fighting games. So I would say, like, if you're coming from a Tekken or Street Fighter types of, you got this, guys. It's not difficult. And that goes for all the characters. I don't think any of them are truly difficult. Now, there are certain characters. We'll use Berserker as a point of. Well, we'll use him as an example. Okay, if you are to feint a heavy attack, you get armor on your next attack, whether that's his light attack or a heavy attack. But in higher level, what you'll see is there's option selects that people use. So maybe he'll do a heavy attack, look for an option select, and then feint another heavy attack. If they go for an attack, he could do a deflect because Berserker can dodge out of his heavy attack, thus giving him that. So that's the higher level play that if you do come from a background of fighting games and you pick up on the game very easily, yes, you might get paired with people that are a much higher rep, and that's how I assume that happens. But if you're not used to the characters, it's difficult. So basically the short answer is yes, the game is still worth it. The long answer is it's going to be painful until you fully learn the game. But that's similar to most games nowadays. It's not like a Call of Duty where you can kind of just pick it up and do fine. This is more of like a Rainbow Six where you pick it up, you have to learn the knowledge, and then do it. Although I would argue that For Honor has less knowledge-based things because Rainbow has bigger maps where you need to break walls, where you need to, and people are constantly learning new things there, whereas For Honor has a set system. It's not like you're pushing fiery carts and doing all this stuff or opening particular holes. It's for the most part similar. So it's not the hardest game to learn, but you do still need to take certain things into mind. Now, for a new player starting out, I do recommend just bear with me. Now, if you go and you do get the game, go to the characters. Where it says a character is hard to play, easy to play, just ignore that. For the most part, the community agrees that that's just not... It's not accurate. In some instances, yes, it's accurate, but in most instances, it's just not right. It's just not right. And that's simply stated because Warden was always considered a easy to play. Like, his moves are easy, he doesn't have a ton of them, but he's hard to master because you needed to learn all the timings of the bash and how to properly use them, and you only have the one crush encounter, yada yada yada. Personally, I think he should have just been medium at that point. If he's hard to master, then just put him in medium. There's other characters like Griffin. He isn't easy. He's just easy to use. But you'll be called brain dead and, all kinds of stuff. Shigoki, I find easy to use. Again, the game is all about reads. You can say he's easy to use until you need to make some reads. Again, it's just about reads in this game. So if that kind of a game does interest you and is kind of what you're looking for, yeah, I would highly encourage For Honor. It's a fun game, and there is a ton of stuff to do in the game. There's a ton of heroes. They have the arcades every week. You can play 4v4, 1v1, 2v2s. There are some game modes that are dead. Tribute was dead on arrival. There are some that weren't great, but for the most part, you'll always be able to find a match. Now, people that are looking into getting into this for I want to play ranked, I want to get all these ornaments, I want to be super high level ranked type stuff. Yeah, you can do that. There's not a ton of people that play ranked. Most of the time you'll see low activity on it, whereas duels will sometimes get medium to low activity. And I think that's honestly just because ranked it's just a duel where people play different. And if anything from my ranked experience can say is, like, a Highlander, for instance, can just use light, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, and get pretty high in ranked, surprisingly. And then you'll have other people that are, trying to get into their mind, trying to figure them out, trying to do all the stuff, getting light parries, and they'll be on the same rank. So duels are where I kind of sit, because I find harder players to fight in duels than I do in ranked, and you get the map selection, whereas in ranked it's kind of just the same map over and over, which is a little bummer, but oh well. And it's a good time to get in, I guess. I mean, it's never a bad time. It's not like they're looking to make a new game. They haven't said anything like that. There's still a new character coming out soon. There's a new season. There's Battle Pass. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And a question I get a lot, and I'm just going to go ahead and answer now. For new players, you get the crazy looking gear and the super hard to get gear when you hit rep 8. So you will have to rep up your character 8 times until you get the higher level stuff. You don't really get any rewards after rep 8 in terms of armor ratings and stuff like that. It's mainly just aesthetics from there on out and how much you like the character. So I still would recommend the game to anyone. If anyone else has anything to say in the comments where you would say, I disagree, I wouldn't recommend the game for blank, blank, blank reason, or if you have anything else you'd like to add to someone that's possibly thinking about getting the game, let me know down below. Like I said, leave a like, comment. If you have any more questions where you're debating getting the game or not, I've been playing the game since its beta. Obviously, yes, I don't play it nearly as much as I used to, but that's because it's kind of been burnt out on me with how many years it's been out. Leave it down below. If I don't answer it, I'm sure someone else will, although I'll try to answer any questions that people ask down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and like I said, we're here to help if you have any questions. Otherwise, if you're new to the game and have a question, feel free to drop on in. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.